This is my review on the Korda storage system. Hello everyone and welcome to Blank to Bank Fishing. This channel is all about capturing some of the footage, the funny things that happen, and also doing reviews. So please subscribe if you enjoy that. Today's video is going to be doing a review on this, which is the Korda tackle box storage system, and this is the bundle version where you get accessory boxes and leader safe, etc. with it. So let's see what I think of this. I've had this now for about a month and used it about 6 times, so I have a bit of an idea what it's like to be used actually on the bank and also how it feels. The first thing I would say is it's nicely packaged, nice small box. Obviously it gives you a bit of an idea when you look at these things online. Unless you measure them and get your tape measure out, you never have a real idea of the exact size, but it's actually quite compact for what it is. Fits very, very nicely into your kind of standard bag that you have that you put a bit of lunch and stuff as well. So it's nice for that. So this bundle version, now this contains obviously the actual box. You get a 9 compartment mini box, which I'll show you that shortly. There's also a 16 compartment mini box. Again, I'll show you that. A leader safe and 3 accessory boxes. You can see on the back, it gives you a bit of a idea on presentation on how you may use it, which looks pretty good, to be honest. I'll show you now my one. So I've obviously, as I said, I've used it a few times now, so it won't look as brand new as it would when you get your nice new shiny one out of the box, should you choose to buy it. It gives you a bit of an idea of how it looks and size. Now it opens up fairly easy. It's actually got quite good strong magnets that hold that shut. There's no clasps or anything like that to come undone. It's magnetized, so you literally just give a little push and that pops it up to open it. What you will notice when you're doing that is the top is almost like rubbery, so it's not, you're not going to drop it with wet hands, slippery hands, anything like that. Again, the bottom, it doesn't feel slippery when it's wet either. It has the usual Korda logo there as well. But yeah, so it's a nice opening, decent, and they are strong magnets, so you don't get the feeling that that's just going to break. One thing I would say on a personal level is when I often will sit and have it like such on my lap when you're in your fishing chair, and obviously the top bit will always be kind of pointing down. It would have been nice if there was almost like mini legs or that would fold out from here, that would hold it level like that, but I mean that's just my personal opinion on it. Now you will see, obviously I haven't even used every compartment on here yet, but you can see you can store a lot of stuff in there. Now this top section here, you've basically got all these different compartments, and you'll see on some of them I've actually labelled them up. That's because with this set you get, if I can find it, there's like a little sheet of stickers for naming which parts, which is quite handy for just visualising and knowing where to keep them. I've got all, I've got hook beads, hook rubbers, fake corn. I've got the Korda HeliSafe systems in here, anti-tangle sleeves, fake maggots, lead clips. So there are actually weights for pike in there. But you can see that there's lots and lots of space in there. Now, when you order this version, which is the bundle version, you get the other little bits in there which I was saying about. So one of them is this box, which I think this is the 9 compartment box. So again, this one, it's magnetized again, so feels pretty solid, doesn't feel slippery. So it has a little tray in there, and that top tray just literally just lifts out. It's securely in there, but it just lifts out, and then you can hold and store even more items underneath it, which is pretty decent. So for example, I've got the PVA, solid PVA bag systems in there. So I mean that's quite handy for that one. That fits into the compartment here, but you can see they're actually quite deep really, because that also stores the 16 compartment mini box. That's in that same section there. So inside that one, again, all magnetised. That one's got these little plastic clips at the side, so you literally just pull them up and you'll have 2 sections on each. So I've basically got my bits to hold my boilies on, etc. Bait stops in some of them. I've got some swivels in some, and some rubbers in others. So again, quite decent, and obviously made to fit in here, which is perfect. Now all these sections here, there's dividers, so you can separate and change the size of each of these to suit your needs, which is really handy. And you do that literally just by pulling these out. So you can literally just pull them up, swap and change it around. I've got a spare one here that I took out. I can't remember, it was in here somewhere, but I took that one out. You just keep them and change it as and when if you need to. You've also got the, I think they call it leader safe, so for putting your leaders on there. So most of my ones, I've created leaders through splicing Duracord. Now, what I would say with these is I'm no expert fisherman or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy like you guys. But it's basically, you wrap them around it and it holds it on through these little, you've got various little lines across it that you can hook it onto to make it stay on there. I'm assuming that's how you're meant to use it. I actually looked online myself, couldn't find any videos about how you're actually meant to use this. So that's how I've interpreted how it's meant to be used. There's a slit in there, so you can basically put like your lead clip in there, or like your rubber for your heli safe or whatever needs be. So it's quite handy. Put that end in, spin it round and tie it. But you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think a couple of them are doubled up. So I've got about 7 or so on there at the moment. There's still space for more. It's pretty handy really, especially to have them made up beforehand. As ultimately when you're on the bank, you don't want to be spending all your time making stuff up when you could be relaxing. So what we've also got, you get these, and again they called them the accessory boxes. These little guys here. What I like about these is at the moment I'm using one of them, but they've got these little tabs that come up, so it's not a case of you're having to struggle to get it out of the box. It's literally, you can just pull the tab up straight out. It's really nice. And again, they just work. These ones are like little push clips there. Again, feels pretty good quality. So you get 3 of them in that. I've literally just got some quick change clips in one of them at the moment, but I'm sure I will use them. So them little tabs work the same as like if you have your bait floss, for example, where you have the little tab to help get it out. They work the same as that, so I've got some of that in there as well. The section here, I've just used that for keeping my leader in there, kind of my putties and weights. I will take the weights out of there and end up putting them in a separate place, just because of the weight of them and such, because they add a lot of weight to it otherwise. But just for kind of showing you purpose really. I like the section here is decent in terms of you can fit your scissors and stuff like that in there easier. And I've got for example, got all my like baiting needles and stuff like that as well, so it's long enough that you can fit them in. I've even got the long length baiting needle in there as well. So good quality from my uses of it so far. I haven't had any issues with it on the bank at all, which is good. You've also got here, so you've got an area to keep a few rigs. I have a rig wallet, but this is handy. I mean, you've always got that extra bit of space. You can keep a few in there, and you know, if you have one of them mare sessions where you forget to take something, or you haven't got your rig wallet, or it's not to hand, you can keep a few there, or you could put a few there that you make up on the day while you're on the bank, if you're that way inclined, I suppose. So it's quite handy. And the way that whole works is that's magnetized, so that little thing there, that's magnetized. That literally just clips on it, go anywhere along here, and then you got rubber here that your hooks hold onto, so it's nice and secure. And you've also got, you probably can't quite see it, but down here you have a tape measure, basically, so you can kind of roughly measure the length of your rigs, and that's what I've been using myself anyway. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I haven't owned loads of these kind of boxes before or anything like that, so again, it's not some expert opinion, it's just to help you if you're looking at it and you're looking online trying to get honest reviews on it. That's about as good as I can give you, really. I am pleased with it. I think for the money, it's obviously quite an expensive bit of kit, but I would envisage this will last years and years and years. It's not something you're going to be buying and rebuying. Buy cheap, buy twice, you know, is the old saying. Obviously, these aren't cheap, so you expect them to last. From what I've seen so far, this should and would last. I expect I'll probably do another review of it in, say, like 6 months or a year's time, when I've had a chance to see if there are any kind of blaring issues with it. But so far it is really good. I mean, it all feels good quality. I've not had issues with anything coming undone. Decent bit of kit. Obviously you can buy the version that comes without the extra bits, as I showed you. However, I bought it all together because I figured I'd only end up wanting them other bits anyway. It does show you various different ways you can set it up on there. Everyone would have different, but I think they've kind of, Korda have obviously considered that and made it kind of made to fit for each person, so you can make it exactly how you want. Overall, really good. I'm really impressed with it. Thank you for watching my Korda tackle box system review. If you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm a new channel, so it really helps me kind of get off to a good start on YouTube.